Good morning, guys. Pretty interesting times. Oh, Jesus, so HTPX is having a bit. Yes, I have a stop. $70. But I may raise it. I've already raised it a couple of bucks. It used to be in high 67s. But again, it's a long-term position. It's not a big position, so I have no problem with this thing fading another $10. What's more interesting is the Twix long I have from pre-market. I was actually short going into today, but I covered it in pre-market. And I switched to long because it took out this range here, 124 area. So now it's at new highs. I mean, this thing could squeeze to 150. It's showing, it's making an abnormally big move compared to where the SPYs are. Like S&P 500 in pre-market, it's not even below yesterday's lows. But this Twix is at new highs. So there's definitely some fear here. So I bought 4,000 shares. Let's see if it can go to mid-hundreds or something. That would be great. Well, let's get started. Yeah, TQQ already went through. Long-term position. Nothing special here. INO, I came in short today. I added some in pre-market when it went red. And so far I've covered a few. And again, you can see my stop levels here. I have 3 stop levels for it. Actually gonna lower them a little bit. Right. LK gapping down today. I actually saw that China markets hit 52-week highs. I don't, if it was yesterday. That's pretty amazing. So China is really strong, and this is a China stock, and it's barely down pre-market. So we'll see. My stop is 31,901. The XCM looks great. It's surfing this 20-day moving average. They can't break it below that. Tesla gapping down pre-market, which is good since I'm short. Zoom is gapping down slightly on earnings. They have great growth, but the valuation is really at nosebleed levels, like 60 times sales, if I did my math correctly. That's something for a large cap stock. Twix, again, I went long pre-market. Codex, I came in short, pretty decent short position. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I have my stop level set. I may, if it acts weak out of the gate, I may add to it, but I'll probably just manage it. IBIO is gapping up, another virus stock. This VIR is another virus stock, just stalking these. This Bealy is a China stock holding up really well. Another virus stock. It's kind of putting in a small consolidation. Maybe this thing can have a move later if it can break that consolidation area. DT building a little bit of base here above the rising 50-day. Work just surfing the rising 20-day. Fuel. Both BLDP and Plug reported today, and they're both down pre-market. And Fuel Cell, I think, to report next week. But it is holding up fairly well so far. KWeb. Well, China is super strong. China is actually up today. That's pretty amazing. China is really strong. SDNE still basing. VXRT virus stock just basing here. APT is gapping up. And AHP is gapping up. APT had a nice little trade on it late day yesterday. I shorted it. I anticipated this little late day breakdown, and it had like a $1.50 fade or something, or maybe a little bit over $1. But I covered it. I didn't hold it overnight. So this gap up is a good thing. Maybe we'll get a trade later today. HTBX, another virus stock, gapping up pre-market. And VipShop, it's a China stock, gapping up. Lyft, there's nothing here. I mean, focus on the strong stocks, guys. Focus on the strong stocks. Yes, I saw HTBX. There's nothing there for me. All right, I'm gonna set some stops for a couple of stocks here. Okay. Yes, that is true. AXNX. This is not news. They pre-announced it early January, and we were long. So this was expected. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Annoying, huh? And now it's at what, 38 pre-market. Oh well. You know what? If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Everyone would be doing it. It's kind of funny how the market operates. Okay, markets are open. Let's see what we have here. I'm just managing my positions here. Raising stops when I can. And INO is working really well. Codex hasn't really cracked yet from the open, so we'll see. And Twix is holding up really well too. I haven't really done any trades. And Twix is gonna stop me out probably. Opening range lows, I'm gonna sell it. Yeah, TQQ took out opening range highs. LK looks like it wants to go green. Zoom. Oh, what a strong candle. They couldn't crack the 10-day. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Codex is starting to break down. Zoom. What a strong stock. Really amazing. Vips is really good looking too. Work is breaking out. K-Web. Oh, K-Web, really? I just bought 15,000 of this thing. I think this is gonna be a good longer term hold. I do think so. And I will add more maybe in the coming weeks if it sets up well. But this thing is China is showing relative strength compared to a lot of other markets. It is hitting the rising 50-day, but I think yeah, we'll see how it closes. That's the important part. I'll hold the position if it closes strong. Beely's breaking out. Man, the China names are not messing around. They're strong. Oh, Codex, nice. I'm gonna let's see here. Okay, Twix looks like I got stopped out of it. All right, things are shaping up overall. INO is going lower. Again, I added pre-market. And I'm gonna use the highs of the day as my final stop. And Codex is also working now. It's fading off the open. They had another PR, so that's why it gapped up so much. All right. Now I can breathe a little bit. Zoom is about to hit new highs. Amazing. Let's see here. Now, this Beely looks intriguing. It does look intriguing. I really want to buy this thing, but I already have decent China exposure with LK and Twix. Not Twix, KWeb, sorry. Man, I really want to buy this. It's just so strong. It's incredibly strong. Oh, sorry, CPHI? No, I'm not watching it. Doesn't have any volume. Had big volume 3 sessions ago, but right now it's kind of... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, sure. Right, maybe later if it gets more volume, if it sets up. Right now, I just don't see anything there. Twix is back near highs. Oh my god. This thing is volatile. Look, I mean, takes out highs of the day, I will rebuy it. Because, you know, yeah, I don't know. Maybe. 126.45. Okay. CPB. Yeah. I don't know what you're looking at here, really. I mean, you know, it was a buy yesterday on opening range highs. When it broke out of this long base, I guess it broke out on earnings. I don't really know what you're looking at here right now. Oh, work is... God damn, there's so many good-looking things right now. Continuation, okay. Yeah, sure. Can work. I'm not really day trading, so I really don't have an opinion on it. Plug is holding up well, and BLDP too. When a stock takes out what? Oh, I know I'm probably gonna get stopped out of a bunch of shares here. Let's see here. You mean breaks out or takes out what? Yeah, usually when I buy a stock, I usually have a stock at the lows of the day. Yes, I usually have a stock. Usually, not always, but usually. Now these Corona stocks found bids again. Yep, INO just got stopped out of half. Locked in a small profit so far. It really hasn't faded like I wanted it from yesterday. I really hoped it was gonna put in a bigger fade yesterday. All right. I'm probably not gonna trade this INO anymore. Maybe, you know, unless it puts in a nice range on the downside, but probably not gonna touch it. Oh, Codex. I need to manage my position here. Let's see. It looks strong. This Codex, you know, it takes out the highs of the day. It could go to 16, 17. So I really have to manage this thing carefully. Okay, looks like Codex is gonna stop me out any second now. It's a little bit of a tricky market, you know, there's strength and there's weakness at the same time. And that's what choppy markets are. They're very, they can be a little bit confusing sometimes. Okay, Codex, I'm all out. Or actually, I'm not all out. I still have a few thousand shares left. No, I have not traded GBTC lately. I have not. This Codex looks, this thing looks dangerous. I think this thing could go to 16 today. And I want it to go 16. I really want it to go higher. This, yeah, Corona stocks are getting some momentum. Can't deny that. Okay, China stocks and some of these stocks have some failed breakouts so far. I mean, I have to say this APT, AHPI and Codex, they look like pretty decent. They look really good on the daily chart. These things could go. I may switch to a long later on in the day. INO looks like it shook me out of half. Let's see, 822. Can I'll put all my stop here. GBTC, it's holding these higher lows. But other than that, I don't really see anything there. Okay, it looks like China is weakening. It looked really strong. Yeah, I saw that mRNA. mRNA is really the only, or one of the few corona names that is showing some weakness. Could be a short below the opening range lows. Could be a short. I'm gonna look at it later. I think it's too early right now. Oh, VTIQ is back at highs. Gilead is taking out highs. Twix I added back a little bit earlier, and I'm gonna add more if it takes out opening range highs. It looks very tight here, so it's a good risk reward. Like this thing can really go if it goes. If you get some real fear in the market, this thing goes to mid-high hundreds. HTBX, yeah, why can't this thing go to 2? That's like enormous volume. This thing is trading its float, like two times its float every single day. This thing goes to $2. Don't worry about it. All these Corona names are getting their momentum back. That's what I see. AHPI is back near highs. Interesting. Codex, yep, there it is. It's going. It is going. I am a bit tempted to get long some of these names. I am a little bit tempted. Yeah, they don't die. They're not going away. They're just not going away. That is Correct observation. What's KWeb do? Oh, KWeb. Oh, okay, it tanked on me. And LK is now showing some pretty big weakness also. Or not big weakness, but yeah, it's a dangerous market. Very dangerous. They hook you and then they just crap. That's what Shopee markets do. That's what Shopee markets do. Yeah, I've seen billions. It's pretty good. I know. Got stopped out of my last shares. Ended up being a small profit overall. At the short. The long was a home run. The long was like 250, 300k, but the short was a very small trade. Let's see here. Wait, Codex. I'm not in it anymore. So I'll take it off. Zoom is great. KWeb. I sized down half of my KWeb, so I'm down to a quarter size on it. I bought half size and I sold half of that, so that's a quarter size. LK looks interesting. Maybe I'll get stopped out today. Tesla, maybe opening range lows. Damn it, I missed my entry on mRNA. CPHI is starting to get some more volume. Oops. APT is strengthening here. Yes, some long Twix. But I don't think this mRNA will have much follow through anyways, with all the other corona names being really strong. Look how perfectly this TQQ was rejected of this 65 EMA on the 60-minute chart. Technical analysis doesn't work. Yes, it does. KWeb. AHPI, I am long. I bought some opening range highs. I bought some. Bought 8,000 shares. It's a very thin stock, so I didn't want to buy anymore. This thing could go back to 30 bucks. 1775. Where's my stop gonna be? 1980, 18. I'm gonna use like $1.50 stop. Either it goes or it doesn't. Okay, AHPI, I am long. I am also stalking APT. Dude, they're all chunk. They're all chunk. And the chunk names are the best ones. Many times the chunkiest names are the best longs. IBIO. You know what? I'm gonna start stalking IBIO. Thanks for the idea. I'm telling you, these are the best ones. The chunkier the name, the better the long. Because there's so many shorts in those names. What does yoinked mean? I have no idea what it means. Codex, what's this doing? And Codex too. Looks, it's a Twitch term. It's a Twitch term? What does it mean? I need to learn these Twitch terms. What kind of a streamer am I if I don't know the terminology? Stolen. Okay. Yep, INO is starting to break some ranges on the 60-minute chart. Oh, okay. I get it. APT. Oop. Did I miss it? Don't tell me I missed it. Don't tell me I missed it. APT, come on. Ah, no. I missed the entry. Maybe I can get some on the pullback. If it pulls back. Damn, these things are so strong. Wait, what? Oh my god, AHPI. Holy shit, that's a move. That is one hell of a candle. But again, I think this thing could have 50% upside from here easily, so I'm not gonna sell any. Unless it goes absolutely nuts. Okay, APT, I got filled on half. Man, I hate these kinds of markets when there's so much going on, and it's been like this for 2 weeks almost. What the hell is going on here? Resistance 20. Yeah, 20-ish area, absolutely. 20, 22, 20, 21 area maybe. That's really the first target. But look, I mean, I'm risking $1 here. And, you know, look, I'm really looking for a bigger move, like $5, $10. Same thing with AHPI. I'm looking for a bigger move. They just look good. If you look at the chart on APT, it's been building higher lows for the past 2 weeks. Same thing with AHPI. It's been building higher lows, except for this little undercut here. Codex is a little bit choppier, but this thing could go. Look at the daily chart. Doesn't look as good, I guess. I don't know. But I am watching this IBIO. I think there could be a sheet entry even before it takes. As long as it holds above VWAP and builds higher lows, I think there could be a sheet entry. This thing can go to 4. You know what's great about these things, if they go higher, is because there will be even more shorting opportunities next week. Dude, no, please don't do that, because there's stiff. No. This is not about fundamentals. It's all about pump. It's all about hype and momentum right now. These things are not trading on fundamentals. And by the way, Codex is not weaker. Codex is up more than APT is. And more than IBIO is. And more than INO is. This is all about momentum. Yeah, TDoc is, look, it's one of these remote stocks. The remote theme is really strong, you know, since the Corona stuff started. It looks good. I just think we are in a very choppy market, and it's dangerous to buy. It looks good. It looks good. But unless yeah, you know, real stocks are a little bit dangerous right now, I think. You know, this shop could go on for, you know, many weeks, even months. If Codex builds higher lows throughout the day and starts breaking this mid 15 area midday or later in the day, maybe there will be a setup there. This Okul, someone mentioned it yesterday. Is this a coronavirus stock? Because when people just put tickers, you know, put news also. There has to be some news in it. Someone mentioned it yesterday. I guess that person is a very happy camper today. It's up. I mean, this thing was at like low 6s when the person. Is next COD? Okay. All right. Oh, IBIO just broke down hard. Okay, take this off from the long idea for now. Wait, why is Twix not in my position list? I'm long this thing. It should be here. Okay, fixed. I mean, there is some potential here. Good luck, Tugboat. Have a good day. It's VIR. It's super thin, but it also looks good. It's been building higher lows for the past week, and it has a range here, but this is like incredibly illiquid. It's not tradable, probably, but yeah, I'll put an alert on it. This is the kind of stock, you know, you can buy it, you can risk like $3 on it and it goes up 20. NVAX? NVAX, yeah, it does have a range here at 1230-ish. But right now I'm watching so many already. I don't want to add another one. But I go through the list of these stocks. Like I'll go through it in a couple of hours and see what's setting up. Like right now I'm already long AHPI and APT. So I don't want to go too crazy with them. Wait, KPTI, someone said KPTI, what's going on? Oh yeah, they're digesting the offering really well. Where did they price? I know they did a 150 million offering, I think. Here, 625 at $24, very good pricing, very good pricing. Yeah, very good. Biotechs overall are a fairly strong group. Like there's a lot of biotechs holding up really well. Like the Seattle Genetics, it's up on the day. A lot of them. Dum 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 dum. Okay, now the markets are crapping, and together with the markets, these Corona stocks are crapping out too. That's why it's so hard. It's sometimes very like frustrating to trade a choppy market, because you get strength and weakness at the same time in a bunch of different sectors. I'll set another alert on APT. Because if it holds up, even if it doesn't go today, if it holds up, it could be a setup for tomorrow or next week. As long as it doesn't break that, as long as it doesn't break below these higher lows. And same thing with AHPI. Right now it's a shop fest, and it looks like I'm gonna get stopped out. You know, I'll do it like this. I'll put 2 stops on it. Okay, I'll do it like this. All right. AHPI is holding up stronger though. Twix, yeah, it had a down candle. We'll see. Markets are the SPYs are actually holding a higher low here in the 60-minute chart. The Twix really showed some weakness compared to the SPYs yesterday. Like it started fading pretty badly, while SPYs SPYs did have a big move up. Never mind. Gilead having a big up day. Genmark. Well, it does have a lot of volume for this is one of its biggest volume days, and it's not even an hour out of the gate yet, so I would say it's pretty big volume for this stock. What's the news on this thing? Medical devices, okay. Is it Corona related? So I'm getting kind of exhausted with these Corona stocks. There's like over 40 in my watch list right now. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Okay. What's going on? Ethereum? Really? On GBTC? Okay. It looks like these things are starting to go. Crypto related stuff. Why not? I'm in. I'm in. I bought some here. This is the one I was long a few weeks ago. Looks very good. Super thin, but I bought it in my smallest account, in my Interactive Brokers account. It's a tiny position. But for that account, it could make a big difference. Work is breaking out again. Jesus Christ. INO is super strong. Oh, GNMK, Corona, of course. Another Corona stock. Corona test kits. Alright. Alright. Let's put another name here. 42 names. 42 stocks. What's the other Ethereum name? ETCG. Doesn't look as good. For some reason. VXRT. You have 44. Okay. TQQ, very strong. But it's just running up into resistance again, so I don't know. But a lot of my longs are looking better. Zoom, new highs. What? Amazing. Okay, Twix, I'm out again. I am out again. The market is shaping up. This Codex is not going away though, and it's already having big volume day. This thing could trade 30 million. At this rate, this thing could trade over 30 million shares. Interesting. Work is going. Oh man, I need to buy some of this. It's in the correct sector. Oh, I bought work in wrong account. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Livongo is breaking higher. You can just see it. Every time the market upticks, there's a bunch of growth names that just start breaking higher. It's just incredible. There's so much strength underneath in some of these stocks. There really is. There really is. HEPA. Okay. It's VXRT is breaking higher. Okay, APTI. Looks like I got stopped out of half. That's a shame. Looked good for a while there. K-Web is back. Damn. Damn, this T-Doc. Incredible strength. Unbelievable strength. Codex. If this thing can just go sideways today, it will be a much clearer picture tomorrow if it's gonna be a long or a short. Like it needs to break this 1360 area to the downside for a short and 1550 area to the upside for a long. Right now it's just too unclear. Wow, D-Dog is... I actually took it off my watch list in the pre-market because it's gapping down, but yeah, looks strong. JD new highs, incredible. I would say growth stocks in the US and also China growth stocks. They really want to go. They really, really want to go. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah. Wait, yeah, Doyu and Billy. Yeah. And in the US, people are using Zoom and Work and Team professionally, right? I think a lot of companies will start using these three services more. Especially if people get, you know, afraid to go out because of the virus. They have no choice. Have to use these services. So that's why these things are strong. And T-Doc, you don't have to go to the hospital. You can just use your phone to get it examined by a doctor. Net is breaking higher. Incredible. You can just clearly see the strength. This is what I'm always talking about. Fuck these weak stocks. Like someone mentioned Lyft today. Like fuck these weak stocks. Like you can clearly see which stocks are wanting to go. There's no reason to look at weak stocks when there are strong stocks. Like T-Doc, this thing has barely been below the 10-day, and now it's up 7%. Wait, AHPI is... Am I still green on it? Oh, I am. Okay. And APT, what's this one doing? It's just shopping around. EHTH. There is no... Yeah, it's a day trading setup. I don't day trade. MDP, T-Dog, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stocks breaking higher today. KWeb, what's this? I may add back some of what I saw. I don't know, probably not. I'll keep my quarter size and no, that's fine. I just don't like these marginal setups. I look for big trades, things that can go, you know. These day trading setups are just not my thing. They just confuse me, so a lot of stocks are looking good, but the question is, you know, what if we have a big gap down tomorrow? What if we retest the lows from Friday? Yes, I don't day trade. I always try to hold for a few weeks or a few months, preferably. That's when the big winners are made. That's where you get the big winners. And your nervous systems get protected? I don't understand. You mean it's less stressful? Or what do you mean? Well, it depends. It's still stressful. Trading is still stressful, no matter what the time frame. But the good thing about swing and position trading is you don't have to fight near your entry. Like, as a day trader, you're always near your entry. But as a swing trader, you know, once the stock starts going, I mean, let's look at an example, something I've been holding for a long time, like Zoom. I've been holding it since, I think, 13th of February, and this thing is up 37% from my entry. Like, once it went, I didn't have to look at it all the time. Like, I know it's up a bunch. But as a day trader, you're always sitting near your entry. And that sucks. And there's very little money to be made. Usually, too, so in day trading. But as a swing and position trader, in the right type of a market, you just... Look, size, you always scale it up. If your account goes up 50%, you always should try to scale up your size 50%. You do it step by step. You always have to stretch it. But you have to do it the correct way. You have to do it from a position of strength. You do it when you've had a good period, not when things are going bad. When things are going bad, that's when you reduce your size. 2.5 is way too much. 2.5 is way too much. That's, you know, you have 6-7 losers in a row, you're down, 20% in your account. That's way too much. You should probably cut it by half. I usually risk around 0.5% ish on most of my trades, around like say 0.2 to 0.7. I rarely risk more than 1%. Sometimes I do, but maybe a few times per week, if that. Probably not even every week. It depends on the market conditions. Like the past 2 weeks, there have been so many crazy opportunities, and I've been pretty aggressive. So I've had a lot of like 1% type of trades where I risk 1% or even more. Like on APT, when I shorted APT, I took like several 1% losses before I nailed it on the short side. I took like 3 or 4 1% losses on it, and then I nailed it, and I made it back, and then some. But 2.5 on every single trade, that's I think you're asking for trouble. It's all great when things are going well, but if you get in a drawdown, you will get in a drawdown very fast. In a pretty bad drawdown very fast. Yeah, work, nice. I didn't get filled on all of my shares. I got filled on 29,000 out of 30, 28.41 average, so pretty decent average. I wish I had seen it a little bit sooner, but it went straight up. Now Codex is fading below VWAP. Again, I'm not gonna get back into this thing unless it breaks 1360-ish to the downside or 1550-ish to the upside. It's been pretty choppy for me on the short side, and I'm just waiting for the ranges to play out. Fuel cell. Look, its peers BLDP and Plug reported today. They're holding up pretty well. This BLDP is red on the day, but it's holding the rising 50-day. Plug is a bit weaker, but Plug is also, I think, shittier fundamentally. So they're selling this one. But fuel cell, it's been building higher lows for over a month. And it's still in this big flag it's been building since like early January. But yeah, it may break below it today. But if it holds, if it puts in another higher low and then starts breaking this 210 area, maybe next week or something, it could be a good long. They have earnings next week, but right now I think the sector is dead, the whole fuel cell sector. ICPT, no, it's just a random stock with a random chart. Focus on the strong names. DDOG, yeah, DDOG is really nice. I just too scared to buy more. I'm too scared to buy more because the markets are so choppy, and they look good one day and then the next day they're gonna stop you out. But right now it does look good. DDOG looks really good. Tesla is holding some higher lows on the 60-minute chart. But I'm thinking if the markets go lower tomorrow, next week, there could be a short here below this 718 area. I'll set an alert. It needs to set up more. I'm still short a couple of thousand shares of this thing from whatever day it was, Monday. So in case it wants to break below the 50-day in the coming weeks. But it's a longer term short. I'm willing to hold it for months as long as it doesn't stop me out. Work. Amazing. Amazing chart. Zoom. I think I'm gonna sell some more Zoom here. I'm up. I only have small size left. No, I have 2/3 of my position still. More than I thought. Okay. Yeah, the E-Dog it looks amazing. It really does. It's been holding up so well during the carnage last week. It barely went down, and then it bounced off this rising 50-day, held it, closed green, and now built a range. It just looks so good. China, gold is strong, but the gold miners are acting like shit. Gold is near its 52-week highs, and gold miners are just back in their ranges. Oh, this DT is starting to break too. This one also bounced off its rising 50. It didn't even touch the 50-day. And it's been holding really well. I'm taking it off my watch list. I'm not gonna buy it anyways, but I don't wanna go crazy again. Since it is still this is even though a lot of things look good, it's still a very dangerous market environment. Don't forget that this is a very dangerous market environment for buying breakouts. Like, we could go down any day, and I think it will take a few weeks to a few months before we start resolving it. This corona mess. And reason why I bought, let's see, which one was it? Work, instead of like D-Dog or some of these others is it's in the remote working theme, just like Team and Zoom. And Zoom is obviously, this is the strongest one. I think if it goes to like 150 plus, we're gonna have a big short on it. Shopify, yeah, absolutely, and they're both acting really well. These things will keep going if, in a few weeks, if they still hold up. They look really good. Shopify, yeah, these are super liquid market leaders, absolutely. I've been trading both of them over the years. VTIQ, if this thing can go to 20 plus, it reminds me a little bit about Space, hugely speculative, money burning company. How big of a move did this one do? Over 400%, and this thing is only up like, yeah, this thing needs to go to 30, 40 plus. Absolutely, yeah, Nvidia and Shop, and AMD also. AMD I've traded a lot over the years. Zoom, or sorry, Work, what an erection candle. You had higher lows coming into this. What a shame that LK faded back into its space. You know what? If it takes out the lows of the day, I'm gonna size down on it. I'll sell a third or maybe even half if it takes out lows of the day. Because I prefer breakouts that go immediately. I don't like the ones that fall back into its ranges. What's the number? So I'll just play it safe. Dum, 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 dum. D-Dog, wow. LVGO is going. APT, I got stopped out. Took a $24,000 loss on it. It couldn't go. It couldn't go. But as long as it still builds higher lows, it could be a setup for tomorrow or the next week. If it doesn't break down, that is. What's GBTC doing? Like GBTC is a little bit weaker than the Ethereum ETF. But it's starting to perk up from this little low level mini base. But I think it needs more time to set up. How does the GBTC USD chart look like? No, sorry, BTC. What is this decline offer? BTC USD. This is what BTC USD looks like. I think it needs more time, but it could very well go higher. But I think it needs a little bit better base. VIPS is about to take out opening range highs. Big volume. Big volume. Already at double average daily volume or triple average daily volume. Okay, let's go through some virus plays here. Sorted by volume. HTBX is obviously fading here. Taking off. IBIO faded back into its range. INO is the strongest one, or one of the strongest ones. Maybe it wants to take another leg higher. Codex is still holding well. BCRX is fading. Gilead is strong. mRNA, yep. Tried to break lower, but now it's back into range. Maybe tomorrow or next week, if it goes sideways here, it could have a breakout out of this little level. Wow, congrats on GNMK. I knew one of you was it Hype Stock Trading that bought it? It's up. Work. I should probably sell some here. I'm up like 4.5% on my position already. And this is a large cap name. That's a big move for a large cap name in such a short amount of time. Now Seattle Genetics, I got an alert of this one. Not going away, building a nice looking base here. Probably needs a bit more time to tighten up. Oh, now a lot of alerts coming. K-Web. Oh, you know what, I'll add back some K-Web. Not as much as I had, but yeah. I had 15,000 shares, now I have 12. I just couldn't resist. I can't help myself. I just can't. But what can I say? I can't help myself. Twix is near the lows of the day again. Baba. Yeah. 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 I was long Baba. I got shaken out below this rising 100 day. The thing is, K-Web is it's a portfolio of many stocks. It's an ETF. So you get a bunch of other stocks too with this K-Web. But yeah, if Baba sets up again, I may buy it too. I think it's just a little bit unclear here. Yeah, well, not safe, but there's more diversification. I think it's less stressful to hold ETFs than individual stocks, since, you know, like K-Web, this thing has like 15, 20 plus other stocks. I think Baba and Tencent are the biggest positions in this thing, and then it holds a bunch of others. So you know, it's very unlikely to have a big move lower on really bad news. VIR is perking here. But it's all about the setup. Right now, I think KWeb has a better setup than Baba has. It just looks a bit cleaner. I don't know. They look very similar. Like, they look very similar. Super similar. But yeah, I just chose to do KWeb. It's not, you know, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you look at this, like Baba, when I was long this thing, from like early November to, well, last week, this thing went up, or let's just say to the peak here in early January. Baba went up 30% from my entry. KWeb during the same time went up 24%. So a little bit smaller of a move. But my point is, like, if KWeb goes, Baba goes too. And if Baba goes, KWeb goes too. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I talked about GNMK like 5 minutes ago. Congrats, nice trade. Nice call. You were all over it. I know you mentioned it several times. Great call. Nice job. I hope it goes to $7 for you. Oh my god, look at this candle on work. Really? Jesus Christ. I need to sell some more. I'll sell a tiny bit more. Nah, I'll sell some like 30, high 30s I'll sell some. Or mid 30, I don't know. 30.60, yeah, high 30s. Mid high 30s I'll sell some. Roku. Look, guys, these kind of stocks, it's a weak stock. Ignore these. Focus on the strong ones. There's a lot of random stocks. Ignore all of these. Focus on the ones that are in uptrends and that have been holding up really well during the correction. Focus on those ones. That's where the big money is. Like Roku is literally inside of a range right now. This thing has no upside. Look at stuff like D-Dog. Look at stuff which I passed on. Look at stuff like Work, which I'm long. These are the types of stocks you want to own. These are the types of stocks you want to own. Look at this. T-Doc also. This one I didn't think it was going to go. I saw it breaking out early, but I passed on it. But it's just they can't hold it down. And as soon as the market selling east, this thing exploded. All of these. Don't look at these weak stocks. Ignore them. Yes, I use trend intensity. I have it right here. TI. Okay, Twix is about to take out lows of the day. I'll do one more scan and I'm gonna cut the stream. The solar stocks, EMPH, SCDG, super strong. I hope they can base you know, another 3 to 5 days at least, but they look like they want to explode. Oh, GNMK turned up on my scan. Let's see here. It's gonna be, what is this TMP? There's just so many great looking strong stocks. There's no reason to even look at weak stocks or stocks that are near the bottom of their ranges. I bought a little bit of this VIR, super thin stock. But it looks, it's been building higher lows. It's a small starter, it's a super thin name. LK. What's nice about it? No, it's not. It's not going anywhere. Oh, you mean it took out today's highs? Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, on the 5-minute chart, it looks like it's made a nice move today. But you know, on the hour, it's still inside of its range. But it held a higher low, so that's a good thing. But really, these things are not moving. Like guys, wake me up when this thing is at 50. These moves are nothing. Trust me. These moves are not. This thing can go to 50, 60 bucks once it gets going. These marginal moves are, there's nothing here. Beely looks like it's probably gonna take out highs later. I'm not sure what to do with it. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna buy it, or maybe I will. I'll buy small. I'll buy like half size. I don't want to get overextended with the longs in case we retest the lows in the markets. Okay, yeah, Twix is fading now. Codex is so far staying above VWAP, it looks like. Alright, I'll cut the stream now. I hope you have a great trading day, and I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Take care, guys.